What is up, guys? It is Luke McGuire here. Let me know if my webcam has come on for you guys there. What's going on? I know it's a little bit dark here. I'll reposition my computer in a minute for you guys, but let me go ahead and share my screen real quick with you all. Let me know if you can hear me okay, and there we go there. Awesome, guys. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today has been a very busy morning. I had a webinar right before this for a partner affiliate, which I've actually, they've had a horrible week with some things going on in their business, which meant not many people were on the webinar because I forgot to email about it till about 4 hours before, which was very frustrating. But you know what, I still did it for the handful of people that were there because, you know, because they showed up, I'm there to show up for people who show up as well. You can see here it's a beautiful day now in the Gold Coast, which I'm back from South Africa from a few weeks ago. Get an amazing trip there, and that was a lot of fun. But today what we're going to be talking about is e-commerce. So who here has been waiting for this webinar? You've wanted to learn how to use Engagermate with an e-commerce business. And more importantly, you just want to look at e-commerce as a whole. You know, I've been teaching you guys so far about creating a local agency. So I've been talking about the top 3 best ways to make money online are either through creating a local agency. So you're using products and services that you've got and knowledge you have to then offer social media marketing services to a local business where they pay you for that service. Excuse me, a bit of a dry voice, a lot of talking this morning. So that was the first one, and that's where my personal passion is. That's what I'm really good at, right? And that's what I've been pushing out for the past couple of weeks. Now, for those that don't want to work with clients, they want to work for themselves, they want to work from home, and they want to have a business that they don't need to speak to many people or work with lots of people, an e-commerce business is perfect for that type of person, right? And saying that as well, you can have a mix of both a social marketing agency and an e-commerce business, because a lot of times the traffic sources and the strategies you use are going to be the same or very, very similar, and you can run both at the same time. But essentially, what I've been focusing on since the Engagermate launch is giving you guys the showing you guys know the 3 key areas of how to make any social media platform into a profitable business. Let me go ahead and pull up a Word document again here. Now, if you guys have been watching, you would know the 3 steps I have been teaching. So go ahead and write them in the comments to me quickly. Let me go ahead and pull up a Word document here. Remember the 3. The first one is content. The second is traffic. And third one is your offer. So remember, content is on your social media page. This relates to social media marketing. Content. What content are you posting? How often are you posting? Is there call to actions in your posts, etc., etc., etc. I did a webinar purely on content, I think about 2 weeks ago. I sent the replays out, but if you do still need them, I'll get them to you later in today's webinar. But essentially, with any social media marketing business, the first thing you need is you need to have content on your social channels for your ads, and I show you how to get that in that actual webinar we did. Now, traffic, because this is what most people get stuck up on. People get stuck on how to get traffic. I talk about the different ways. There's Facebook ads, there's solo ads, which I don't like too much. There's Google SEO and Google ads. There's shout outs, etc., etc., etc. And these are all paid methods. Most ways to get traffic are going to be paid methods. Now, that's why Engagermate gives free targeted engaged traffic, right? So I'll talk about some examples of that in today's webinar. So that's going to be, because you guys have got Engagermate, you've kind of already solved that problem there. Now, finally, is going to be your offer. And remember, the 3 areas I talk about is 1, creating your own social marketing agency. Number 2 is going to be e-commerce. And number 3, we're going to look at affiliate marketing in future. But creating your own agency or e-commerce are going to be the two surefire ways. These are the most profitable ways to make money online in 2019, without a doubt. Now, today, we've talked about social, local marketing, creating your own agency, and we will talk about it again in future. But again, for those that have been waiting for this webinar, it's important we get into it today and next week. So that's what I'm actually going to do right now, just so you to ensure you guys are on next week's webinar. We're going to continue on with e-commerce from what we're talking about today. So let me go ahead and get this link up for you guys quickly, because I know you've registered for today's webinar, but you the way GoToWebinar has changed their setup and stuff now, but I don't believe if you register for one event, it'll register to all of them in that actual, here we go. All right, cool. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna get this link now, and I want you guys to do this right now on this webinar. So while I get the next piece of content, I'm gonna go ahead and go copy registration link. I'm gonna paste this down in the chat box for you guys. There we go, down there. I'm going to show you on here what you need to do. I might even pull up. So you can see here it says that's today's webinar, Thursday, May 23. So what you want to do is go here and go down to the drop-down menu for next Thursday's webinar. Sign up for this one now. It's going to be at 8 p.m., not 9 p.m. And then the following week again, Thursday there. So make sure you sign up, especially to Thursday, May 30th webinar, because that's going to continue on from today, guys. So that's really important to be to understand. So e-commerce, guys, and I've got a very, very special guest here as well, which I'll introduce in the next couple of minutes. But what I want to talk about is e-commerce. There are so many ways and different methods out there in e-commerce. So let's put a big banner here. So there's different ways people are doing e-commerce, right? From drop shipping, from getting stock and branding it themselves, right? From mixture of both, from high ticket products to low ticket products on a mass scale, right? There's so many different ways you can do that. And what I mean by that is there's people that go out and focus on selling really expensive products online and making a couple of sales versus someone selling a lower ticket product and making a lot of sales, right? I don't know what the hell I wrote there. Mass scale, there we go. Now, one example I wanted to share with you guys is just to give you a really fun way to get to just see a profitable business that's insanely simple, that it's blowing up right now, is that one of my friends, good friends Alex here on the Gold Coast, he started this teeth whitening company a handful of years ago called High Smile, right? High Smile. And again, Instagram, by the way, is where e-commerce is at. Instagram and e-commerce are the biggest money-making position right now in terms of any platform, in my personal belief. Obviously, Facebook ads and stuff like that are killing it as well. But Instagram influencers, matching that with e-commerce is an absolute no-brainer. Here's an example of my friend Alex's company, High Smile. Lives here on the Gold Coast with his partner. He has a partner in this business, and they sell teeth whitening toothpaste. And literally, this is their product: teeth whitening gel with a little LED light and mouth tray. Let me just show you really quickly here. If I go to Alibaba, let me just type in teeth whitening kit, right? And look right away here, $5 to $8 a set, the exact same thing, right? Light gel pens for $3. These guys here, that's how much they're selling it for on the website. So you can see here for $80. That's a really solid markup. Now these guys have not only mastered how this actual, I guess, this e-commerce business they've got here, they've mastered the influencer platform as well. They have got some of the biggest celebrities in the world endorsing their product. From Conor McGregor here, they got all the Kardashians using their products. You can just scroll through down here for days, and you'll see so many celebrities that are using their product, right? And they do everything really, really well. They use that, their product images are great. The way they brand things here, it's just an absolutely insane business. And more important, let me show you. Hi, Smile. I think they're worth 40 million now. A couple of years ago, these were just kids. They're like 5 years younger than me. I hate when it goes to Yahoo. Let's see. Hi, Smile. Predicts that the figures will double. So they were at 20 million now. And now look at this, eyeing up 100 million. Why they're not happy with 100 mil? And then on the rich list here, there's yeah. So these guys. So Alex and what's his name? Nick. I need Nick and Alex. Yeah. Kylie Jenner guys. These guys essentially have taken a product from here that's $5 and turned it into a business that turns over $40 million a year and and that's purely from Instagram marketing, guys. Perfect example. I'll show you one more here before I introduce my good friend here as well. If I've done Kylie Jenner has become the youngest female billionaire ever. I don't even know if it might even potentially be male billionaire, like just billionaire in general, youngest billionaire in general ever, right? Self-made billionaire. And she uses Instagram. I think she has the highest following on Instagram, 136 million followers. Essentially, she uses this. The way she's built this business is through e-commerce as well. And that's a great segue from today's guest that I have here today. Now, again, I've told you before that local marketing is my personal. That's my passion. That's where I'm good at. I have e-commerce businesses as well in the past. I actually started off, my first most profitable business was an actual weight loss tea business that I launched. I then went into a teeth whitening strip business before I saw this High Smile product and stuff like that. And I actually made it with my ex-partner as a bit of a, just a way to show everyone how I can create a business from scratch, turn it into a six-figure business within a couple of months, and then go from there, right? Now, and I haven't been focused on that for the past couple of years. I've been focused on my social media agency and my software development business here. And I believe if you're going to learn something, you have to learn it from the best. You have to learn it from the best. Otherwise, you're not going to get the best. You're not going to get the best results, and you really don't know what works, what doesn't. If someone's just saying things for a certain reason, and when people send you these $37 e-commerce products and stuff like that, is it like that are going to build you crazy stores and get you thousands of units of traffic to and all this stuff, right? You don't really know if you're going to get that. In most cases, you won't. So I'm a believer in going out, finding the best and learning from the best. So that's why I brought my very good friend Adrian Morrison in here today for a pure value training. He is the master of e-commerce. I'm sure he'll go talk about himself a little bit in a minute, but he's the master of e-commerce. He's got the only Shopify endorsed course in the world, I believe. He's the only endorsed teacher, essentially, to teach e-commerce with the world's biggest e-commerce platform, Shopify. And just as I saw last week, most impressive thing I've seen recently that he's done, he actually had Kylie Jenner do a promotion for him through Instagram here, which he is now using for his e-commerce business. But she posted about him on this page. Kim Kardashian posted about him on her page a few weeks ago. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to invite Adrian on here now. I'm going to get him to give you guys the best fast start guide into an e-com business, the different types of e-commerce businesses there are, where you should start being a beginner. I'm going to jump in a bit later on talking about how you can then use the training he's taught to tie that into Engagermate. We're going to look at ways of the fastest way to make money in e-commerce in 2019. Remember, things change so fast. I have Adrian come in once a year, and it's so amazing for him to come in here for free. We're not selling anything here today, and we're going to continue this on next week's webinar as well. So it's a must you become a part of both of them. But we give a huge welcome to Adrian, and I'll get him to jump on here now, and we'll get into some training here today. So give me a hell yeah if you're excited for Adrian here today, because I know it's going to be a training you guys are really going to appreciate, guys. So Adrian, are you there, my friend?
What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Been
Yes,
a
you too,
while.
my friend. I know it has been a while, hasn't it? It's
Yeah,
been,
man.
it's probably about a year since we've done a webinar here on our training today. But it has been some time. It's probably been about 2 years. I actually found a photo of us all. It's funny, Adrian here and his brother, I don't know why your webcam's not working just yet. Oh, there you go. Look at him there. Look at this fresh guy. And my beard's longer than his now. Who would have ever thought, right? It's been, the way I met Adrian and his brother, I was walking through a casino in Las Vegas, and we were both speaking at this event, and we never had met each other or anything like that, or really even spoken. And then I saw these insane necklaces from about 100 meters in Mandalay Bay, and I look over and I go, wow! I go, look at those shiny necks on these guys, and I was like, oh my god, it's Adrian and Anthony. So I went over and they invited me to sit down with them. I was so nervous because these are Adrian and Anthony are the only two guys I can really say I would just, if I lost everything, I would go ahead and learn from one of these two, because they have changed the most people's lives I know in the world. And we became really good friends ever since. Going to Anthony's wedding. I'm sure I would have gone to Adrian's if I had have known him when he was getting married. But and they're just the real deal, guys. And it's sometimes hard to find the real deal. You have to sift through a lot of rubbish to find what actually works. And the beautiful thing about these guys is they care so much about their customers, about their students, and they become friends just like you guys have become my friends. So I thought I'd invite him on here today. What I'm going to do now as well, I'm going to go ahead and put him on my Instagram, because it's been some time since Mr. Adrian's been on my Instagram. Let me know who you think he looks like in the comments. If you can name one celebrity, I'm going to choose the best comment of who he looks like, and they get a $50 prize. Here we go. Now go ahead and do that, and by the end of this webinar, I'll tell you guys who won that prize. But right now, Adrian, I'll let you take over for a bit if you want to, my friend, and we're going to see what we get happening in the comments over there. Oh, we got Pete says Kylie Jenner.
Dang, I'll take that because, I mean, why not? Why not say I look like a billionaire, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to go. So you're always thinking of the positives. But Adrian, if it's probably the best if I just let you jump on for a bit now, if you like. If you think that's the best way to go from now. But if you want to just shoot stuff for a bit, we can do that. I thought whatever you think is the best way. If you've got something planned, because again, we want to really give you guys 2 sessions, both today and next week, that will then allow you to really take your e-commerce forward and really understand what's going on. So what I might do, just for now, I'll let you take over for maybe in the next 20, 30 minutes, if that's all right, Adrian.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. Thanks so much for having me on. Thanks for the great introduction. I'm curious to see who I look like. Luke Perry, Ryan Reynolds, Adam something, Justin Harley. It's a pleasure to be here because your audience, what's exciting about teaching your audience is that you're teaching them Instagram, and like you said, that's the future. I've been telling my students this for the longest time, that Instagram is the future. And you mentioned the Kylie Jenner giveaway promotion that we did. So one thing that I do is I've been able to grow my personal account from, I think it was like 28,000 followers 2 months ago to 268,000 followers. So in 2 months, I mean, it's been crazy. And one of the things that we did was not everybody's going to do something like this, but we did do some sponsorships with Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian. And I made this one post when we were doing that sponsorship. It was just crazy, man.
And it was genius how you did this. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, how has no one thought of the way that? And I'm sure you might explain how it's done on here as well, because I think it's amazing value. And not that everyone will be able to do it yet, but it's an absolute monster of a concept, right? It made sense. It's just so simple. And that's what I keep on saying to everyone, that it's the simple things that make sense, right? What works is usually the most simple things, but everyone tries to overcomplicate things. And this was just an absolute monster of a promotion and idea you did here with such an amazing return on investment. I was checking your Instagram every half an hour, watching it just go up. And I was actually looking at your brothers as well, saying, oh, who's going to win this? Who's going to get the most, Adrian or Anthony? Yeah, it was you.
What can I say? What can I say, man? You know, I've learned so much about Instagram. Started out just trying to grow personally. You know, I wanted to personally grow my Instagram because I saw that being the future. And you can get so much traffic for free on Instagram too if you know the right strategies. And then I started saying, holy crap, this is the future of e-commerce. And, you know, I've done $6+ million in e-commerce on my stores. And so it kind of worked out both way for both things. But what we did is we did a sponsorship with Kylie Jenner. And I had all these followers coming to my profile because Kylie Jenner and Scott Disick said, and Kim Kardashian, we're all saying follow Adrian Morrison and follow some of our other select sponsors. So we were just gaining like 100,000 followers in a day on the first day they did that. And I was like, okay, so I invested to do this sponsorship to grow my account, but I want to grow my other accounts too, because I also own e-commerce accounts like Rings. So like legitimately the username Rings, which is so valuable because an Instagram username is like the new age of domain names, right? Because Instagram is a search engine. That's really all it is. People are discovering on Instagram. They're purchasing on Instagram. And so getting good usernames is a big deal. So, you know, I'm now, you know, running Rings. I'm running bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and charms. And we're able to sell stuff and get tons of free traffic using these names. So anyways, what I did is when I invested in the Kylie Jenner sponsorship, I made this post. It got 25,000 likes, but it got 63,000 comments underneath it. And I told everybody that was following me, I said, hey, we're going to give away some cash to everyone following me from Kylie Jenner. And I gave away a good bit of cash, $1,000, but that's nothing in the grand scheme of things with the amount of followers, you know, I'm getting. And so what we did is we said, the first 5 people that spell Kylie in the comments letter by letter get $100. Now what this did is it immediately just like got me hundreds of comments within seconds, then thousands of comments. And over the course of a couple of days, we got 60,000 comments, which made the post go viral. And the post started getting insane. I think it had about 300,000 unique views in a couple of days. I don't even have 300,000 followers, right? So it's reaching people for free because we're getting 60,000 comments. But one of the other things that I did was I call this the piggyback strategy. And I said, also, you can qualify to win if you follow one of our other Instagram accounts. So I put my little sister on there to help her out because she's starting her own e-commerce store selling artwork that she paints. Got her about, I don't know, 13,000 followers or so from this, completely free, and got Rings about 10 or 11,000 new followers, completely free. And we're posting stuff, we're selling stuff. You know, it was pretty amazing. And before we did it with Kylie Jenner, we did it with Kim Kardashian as well. Kylie Jenner performed way better than Kim Kardashian, by the way. So, you know, all of these techniques that I'm using for my e-commerce store also are used to grow my personal Instagram. They could be used to grow an agency. I mean, a strategy is a strategy. You can use it to grow any business on Instagram. And that's what I really wanted to point out. How many of you in here think that that's pretty awesome right there? Just say awesome in the chat box if you think that's pretty cool. Because I mean, this, once again, just to point out one other thing, Instagram is also releasing something called an in-app checkout. This is why Instagram is the future of e-commerce. People are going to be able to go on your Instagram on their mobile phone, click on whatever product it is that you're selling or whatever service it is that you're selling, and legitimately check out on Instagram without ever leaving and going to a website. And this is going to drastically increase conversion rates on whatever you're selling. and Instagram will send them shipping notifications. This will connect to your Shopify store and they'll work seamlessly together. And so when I saw this roll out where people can click on your picture, add the product to the cart, and check out an Instagram, I knew that I had to crack this code. But the thing about it is, when you're running an e-commerce store, which is what I've been very successful at teaching people how to do, is run Instagram ads, Facebook ads, and e-commerce stores. You have to understand traffic. You have to understand how to get traffic. And you had mentioned earlier that Shopify endorsed my course. I have one of the only Shopify certified trainings on the planet. It took me a year to get it certified. Their legal team went through it. I had to fly up there and have meetings with the executives. And they saw that I had such a massive success rate of students. Like, students of mine are now earning millions of dollars. Like, I have directly, through teaching people how to get started with e-commerce, created various millionaires, right? And one guy that started e-commerce through me did $4 million in sales just last month on his store, which was incredible. He's the only one that does that much, but it was absolutely incredible. So Shopify actually produced a whole training around me that's on Shopify.com to give to their merchants on print on demand. So I do a couple of things. I sell print on demand products, but I also sell, these cheap little trinket products from AliExpress. And doing all of this together, I've been able to create an e-commerce store that's making me thousands of dollars a day. So if I maximize this, I just want you to be able to see the video, but you can see me checking my most recent stats. Where we were doing like $2-3 grand a day on one of our stores. Yeah, $3 grand. In 7 days, we did 23 grand. In I think it was 30 days, we did like $90,000. And that was on a brand new product that we launched, that we never see, that we never touch, that we never ship. It's 100% drop shipped. And I must confess that I am not someone that ever really wanted to do e-commerce. Like, it's not my thing. It's not what I'm like uber and mega passionate about. When I was younger, I've started e-commerce because I realized I could make an insane amount of money doing e-commerce. So my question to y'all is, how many of you in here just want to learn how to make more money? You don't really care how you do it, as long as it's simple, it's automated, you can do it from home, and it doesn't require a lot of time. How many of you are interested in learning how to make more money? Just type in money in the chat box right now. Go ahead and type in money. All right, so that's how I got started in e-com, right? So what I want to do today is I want to kind of introduce you to some of the key points that you're going to need to understand starting an e-commerce store, getting Instagram traffic, getting Facebook traffic, and how you can sell these little, as I call them, trinkets with products that you never see, touch, or ship. So I want to bring up my whiteboard here.
And that's huge, by the way. Sorry, I thought I'd jump in there quickly as well. Put my webcam back on because again, yeah, there we go. That's huge. You don't see them, you don't touch them, you don't have to send them. And I can tell you there's obviously multiple ways you can do e-commerce. Like I said, the high smile guys, they buy bulk product and they have a brand. But if you're getting started, you don't want to have all these overheads right away, right? Like that you can obviously go that route. But if you're getting started and you just want to make money and you want as much time free with the maximum return on investment, the way Adrian he's going to teach you, it just makes sense. And it's what I've seen him and his students get results for year after year after year. And the beautiful thing about Adrian is he ensures what he teaches is so relevant to the marketplace, what is happening right now. Like those shout outs that he showed you then, and that's a question what I saw in the comments is obviously not everyone will be able to get Kylie Jenner to do that, right? There's a process that I know Adrian used there that got that ensured a handful of people would benefit from it, which I'm sure it's more cost effective. But don't look at it as Kylie Jenner, look at it as influencer marketing. And I'll talk more about that later on. And I'm giving you guys a free bonus on influencer marketing next week on next week's webinar. but it's going to tie into that today's as well. So make sure you really read and understand what Adrian's about to teach you guys right now. Some things might sound really simple and it just makes sense, which is good, but what he tells you is what works, because you could easily go the opposite direction and do something that's, you could go from buying bulk stock first of all versus doing it this drop shipping way, which is going to teach today, which potentially could end you up in the hole if you don't know what it is you are doing. So this is going to give you a very clear strategy that he's giving you guys for free here, which I'm so appreciative for. So make sure you pay attention, take notes, and I'll hand it back over to you now, Adrian.
Thanks, man. Yes, this is a completely free meat and potatoes training. I'm not going to pitch you anything at the end of this webinar. I'm not going to try to sell you my course at the end of this webinar. Luke asked me to come on and do a pure value training, and that's all I'm here to do tonight. So like Luke said, there's many different ways to do e-commerce, and today what I want to do is I want to give you a 7-figure ecom blueprint. And this is something anybody can do. You can take 30 minutes of your life per day and do this and get started. And I have so many students that have made so much money, it's unreal. So if I come over here in my Facebook group, all right, so you can see I have students that are giving birth. This woman's in the hospital, I guess, getting ready to give birth, and she's going through my training and stuff. Here's a student that broke $1,000 in sales. Another student that did $550,000 in sales. Another one that did $200,000 in sales. Here's another student, if this will load, that did $21,000 in sales. I mean, we've got students that are making a lot of money, and these are all live posts, in my personal Facebook group. So these aren't, screenshots I photoshopped. I mean, these are just pictures that people post in our Facebook group as they succeed and as they make money. And the thing about this is a lot of these students in here were people that never thought they would ever get started and be doing e-commerce, right? And one of the mistakes that most people make when they are starting their e-commerce journey is they skip step number 1, right? I didn't get to where I'm at, right, by skipping step number 1. I got to where I'm at by starting at step 1. And people oftentimes get way, way, way ahead of themselves. So just to show you a quick screenshot of my store, I guess this would be me loading my stats up right here, just so y'all could see like stats in one of my stores. This little video screen cap I did. We crossed, actually just the other day, we crossed $5.8 million on this one store, and it's all done with drop shipping. So I'm not going to tell you to do FBA and stock your own products. I think out of the gate, that's maybe not the best way to do it, but everybody has their own opinion. The fact of the matter is that most newbies skip step number 1, all right? And when you're trying to be successful with e-commerce, the number 1 thing that you should do, and that anybody can do for that matter, is number 1, sell low ticket products. Most people think, okay, I want to make money doing e-commerce, so I'm going to go sell these $200 and $300 items because there's a lot of profits built into those. But the fact of the matter is that's the surest way to fail and lose money. So I want you to put step number 1 is you want to profit big from cheap products, okay? You want to profit big from cheap products. Now, when I say cheap products, I don't mean cheap quality. I mean like low ticket prices. So I'm talking about stuff that you get the product for, let's just say about $4, shipped out the door. So this is drop shipped, it's $4 out the door. That's the cost of the product. And you want to sell the product, right, for somewhere in the range of, I would say, about $10 to $12, right? and this is what you're selling it for. So this is your sell price. So you're not like making bank every time you sell a single product. You're making like $6, $7 profit. But the great thing about this model, this profit big from selling cheap products model, is number one, you can sell a ton. So you get a ton of volume that you sell, all right? So you can actually make a lot of money in numbers, right? Number two is while you're selling these cheap products, your Instagram plus Facebook page go viral, all right? When you're selling cheap products and people start buying those products from you on Instagram, they're going to share, they're going to tag, well, on Facebook, they're going to share, and Instagram, they're going to tag their friends, they're going to message it to their friends. And so your Instagram page will grow for free as a byproduct of selling a really cheap drop shipped item. So you're going to get a boatload of followers while you're making money, right? And to get traffic starting out to these types of products, all you need, and I've been preaching this for many, many years, and this model has helped so many people become successful, and that is point number two, all you need to get traffic is $5 a day. So a $5 per day budget, okay? That's all you need to do is just a $5 per day budget for your ads. Everybody got that? Just type in $5. If you have $5 to invest in your business, to grow your pages, to generate sales, to build a big email list so you get more free traffic in the future, and build a big business, right? With little effort. Like most of it is completely 100% automated. Like you don't do much of anything other than focus on this little $5 per day budget and what product it is you're going to market, okay? The next step is you're going to want to do drop shipping out of the gate, all right? So the drop ship model. The drop ship model is phenomenal. Now, why do I love drop shipping so much? Because, you know, Luke's friend, Alex, is doing the teeth whitening stuff. So many people, like I have a great friend, his name is Ezra. He has a beauty product line, and there's so many people that are doing private label and white label. But the thing is, all right, the big difference between drop shipping and private label is this. All right, so with private label products, you have, number one, you have expensive, costly inventory. All right, so you have inventory. Then you also, with private label stuff, you have to have a shipping plan. Who's going to ship your product? Where are you going to put your inventory? Are you going to do Amazon FBA? What's that?
I was saying that just sucks. I can tell you from my experience, when I had teeth, I had all these weight loss teas and teeth whitening strips. By the way, when I got to the end of that business, because I had it with my ex-partner, and I just shut it down afterwards just to stop any drama or anything happening, that I had all this stock left, and a lot of it had even started to expire, and I was just like, wow, unless you're moving huge units, there's a lot more risks involved in that. That's why whenever I teach about local marketing and creating your own local agency, I talk about whether to do a business brand or a private brand, or like a personal brand. What's the best way to get started from, say, $0 to $5 million? A personal brand's way easier to create your agency with, because people love buying from people. Obviously, you can't sell that business then as an agency when you retire, because you are your brand, and if you're dead, your brand's dead essentially. But that's a way easier way to get started in making money right away, just like drop shipping is here over private label. There's a lot less barriers to entry and ongoing problems that you would face with drop shipping versus private label. By the way, as well, sending out products manually just absolutely sucks. I would sit here on this desk that I'm on now with hundreds of bags of weight loss tea, envelopes, writing stickers on there, trying to copy and paste things, buying label makers. And I couldn't believe back then how expensive label paper is that would print out. And I was like, this is just, and all of a sudden your expenses go up and up and up and up and up. And then before you know it, you need to rethink your whole business plan. So sorry for interrupting there.
No, that's phenomenal points.
Thought I was, yeah.
Because you have experience, right?
Yeah.
So you do have a lot of risk, because if you're private labeling stuff, you got to have a bunch of stuff in stock in your warehouse. And what happens if you don't sell it? You're screwed. Like, you've got a bunch of money wasted in inventory, right? So you're screwed if you don't sell that stuff. And what if it just simply doesn't work? Like, let's say you go drop $5,000 on inventory and your Facebook ads don't work, your Instagram ads don't work, and your big idea doesn't pan out. Now you don't have any money to do anything else, right? So you are boxed in, right? You're boxed in to that specific niche, because you can't afford to be testing the beauty niche, the teeth whitening niche, the tactical niche, the cat lovers niche, the whatever it is out there to find out what works, because you don't have the cash flow to buy all these different, stock all these different products, right? So these over here require a big budget. So private label requires a massive budget. And that's why the drop shipping model is so appealing, because the drop shipping model has no inventory, right? You never see it, you never touch it, you never ship it. If I put it on my website and it doesn't sell, I don't care. I can sell something else, right? It doesn't hurt me if it doesn't sell, because I don't pay for it unless a customer comes in and purchases it, and I get paid first, right? So I actually get money, and then I pay the vendor for the product, and they automatically ship it. So this is auto shipping. All right, so the vendors will ship it out to your customers for you, right? There is no risk in this, because look, you can list all sorts of products on your website and sell them until you find one that works. You're not stuck in a box, and you're not worried about selling a bunch of junk that's in your garage, because you're able to test everything. So what I say is, you have the ability to flex with the market, right? So you can flex with what's trending right now. You can have an empire of Instagram pages in various niches that you're building up. And for this, all you need, once again, is $5 per day. That's it. And the potential, right, for this is 7 to 8 figures potential, right? So this is absolutely 100% huge. Now, somebody in the chat box asked, okay, well, Adrian, do the drop shippers know how to send invoices and all of that stuff? Listen, with Shopify, it's all 100% automated. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Like, I can log into my Shopify store, and I can sell any of these products that are listed right here, which, by the way, automatically are published to my store. And as soon as somebody buys this necklace, the vendor will see that it's sold, and they will send out the item to the customer. They will send it with a nice shipping box. They'll send it with a receipt and everything that does not have their company info in it, right? So it's our brand, and it's just automatically done every single day. All I focus on is, how do I get traffic right here to this cat necklace? That's it. And what's the next item that I'm gonna sell? Because in AliExpress, you can literally type in anything. I have a friend that is making bank selling stuff in the pig niche. Believe it or not, he is selling jewelry and all sorts of just weird stuff about pigs, and profiting from it. I have another person that is in the cow niche, so let's just say cow necklace, and is just selling people that are obsessed with cows different, cow jewelry and cow t-shirts and stuff like that. And it's silly. I mean, this is $2.99, and I mean, you can go on Facebook and quickly target these type of people. For example, one of the niches that I have destroyed it with is the dog niche, okay? And coming over here, I'm just gonna show you one of the products that I've sold is this dog collar right here, all right? This little LED dog collar has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's absolutely wild. And I get it for like $2 from AliExpress. Now, you might be asking, Adrian, how do you know if the person that you're drop shipping with is a good drop shipper, right? How can you trust one of these AliExpress vendors to ship out that product for you? Well, this is stuff that I teach my students more in depth. There's various things that we look at, right? If you don't know what it is, you don't know. Once you get educated, right, then you start making good decisions. So, for example, just to show you some quick things, is in AliExpress, when you hover your mouse over different vendors, right, you'll see these extra details come up. Notice that this vendor right here has this little metal right here, and this one doesn't. So this means that this is a top brand. This is a top drop shipper. They've had 4,397 orders of this product. They've got 4.8 stars. You can come down here. They have 2,000 customer reviews, and you can see customers all over the world that have bought this product from them is giving it 5 stars. So it's actually pretty easy to find decent drop shippers on AliExpress, because it's like eBay. These AliExpress vendors, they get feedback, right? This one has a 97.3 positive feedback and over 10,000 followers and is rated as a top brand. So AliExpress has done phenomenal with making the drop shippers adhere to the feedback, and of course that has resulted in our ability to find better drop shippers. But you want to find the best price, and you want to find the best obviously and most dependable vendor. So we come in and we find little products like this, but that's step one, right? This is that step one cheap product that I said that you can sell, right? You go find a silly little dog collar. Step two is selling higher ticket items. So we get people to come to our store and buy this little dog collar for like $10, $15, right? But then we get the customers to come back to our store and spend $70 to $100 buying other items. So how many of you in here would like to know how to get customers to come into your store to buy these little cheap viral items, but then get them to come back and buy more expensive, higher ticket items where you're making some big profits? Because every sale for this, you'll make like $5 or $6, right? But other products that we're selling, we're making like $80, sometimes we're making like $40 profit per sale, right? And another thing that I teach my students is try to find products that people want to buy multiples of. And one thing I loved about these dog collars is we know that, all right, a couple of points. Let me just bring this up. All right, this is going to be great for the training. All right, so point number one, when it comes to product selection, okay? So point number one, when it comes to product selection for profit, is this. You want it to be something that people are super passionate about. I call these passion products. You want it to be something that appeals to a broad audience. All right, so this means that you can scale it to 100K plus to, I would say, $1 million in sales when you have a big audience. The third thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find something that people will buy multiples of. Multiple, I would say actually, let's just say people want more than one. So you're getting people to buy more than just that one product. Like they might buy 2, 3, 4, or 5. And the other thing is you want to find something that is what I call evergreen. All right. This means customers never dry out. Let's just say new customers. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's just start from the beginning, okay? Let's start talking about passion products. Passion products are something that people are mega passionate about. So, how many of you in here would agree that people are ridiculously obsessed with their dogs? Just say yes, if you agree with me on that. They're buying their dogs houses, special foods, special whatever, right? People are very passionate about their dogs. They treat them like humans. You know, they're family, right? So people will emotionally purchase stuff for their dogs at a very rapid rate. So that's a good example of a passion product. The tactical niche, where people are buying flashlights and end of the world gear. People are very passionate about Armageddon, you know, in the apocalypse, right? So they're freaking out, they're prepping. So selling stuff in the tactical niche is good. Grandparent stuff. Grandparents are obsessed with their grandkids. They're always going to buy a bunch of stuff, right? These meet some of these passion guidelines, all right? The next thing is a broad audience, right? Now, a broad audience, think about it. How many grandparents are there out there? How many pet owners are there out there? How many people interested in the tactical niche are out there? How many people obsessed with wine and alcohol are out there? There's tons of stuff in the wine and alcohol niche. Like these are all big niches, right? And then something that people want more than one, right? This is a big point right here. People want more than one. So many people have more than one dog, right? So when they come by this dog collar, they're likely to purchase more than one dog collar. So we'll see people come in and instead of just buying one of these collars, they'll spend $30 buying 3 of these collars, right? So choosing the products that you sell is extremely important because now every time a customer comes into my store, I know that there's really is a good potential. They're not just going to spend $10, they're going to spend 20 or 30 because people have multiple pets. Now, the fourth thing that we talked about is evergreen, right? How do you make sure that you're choosing something that is evergreen? All right, think of it this way. Let me ask y'all a question. How many people new people per day do you think adopt a new pet? Just type some random numbers in the chat box. Every day, how many people do you think adopt a pet and become new puppy parents or new cat parents? All right, I see 100,000 people a day is what TJ said, Mark said. Okay, cool. So a lot of you are saying 100,000 people a day. That means that every day there are hundreds of thousands of new customers. It never dries up. How many children are born every day? That means every day there's X amount of new parents that need to buy stuff for their kids. How many people turn 18 or 21 years old every day? Well, that means now there's a whole new group of people obsessed with buying like wine stuff because now they can drink. There's people that come of age to drink alcohol, right? So these are niches that every single day we have new customers and at rapid and massive rates being generated online. Now, the next thing is how do you get traffic to these products? Well, you can log into Facebook ads and legitimately create a Facebook ad in less than 9 minutes. So you could come in here and you can create a new campaign. So let's create a campaign. You can build this campaign where Facebook will try to get conversions for you, right? Facebook legitimately will optimize your ad for you. They will try to send traffic to your ad that they believe will convert. If you build a conversion ad on Facebook and launch it, every day that that ad runs, Facebook is going to become more intelligent and more likely to find a buyer for you. How many of you in here would like to have Facebook do most of the work for you? Type in FB, all right, where you don't really have to worry about ninja strategies. Rather, Facebook will find buyers for you. And I'm going to prove it to you because I'm going to show you a real Facebook ad case study. So you always come in here and hit, I want Facebook to find me conversions, sales, on whatever it is that I'm selling, okay? And the next part of that is going to be to start making targeting your audience, okay? So Facebook makes it so simple. And this is also applies to Instagram, because this interface that I'm in right now is for creating Facebook ads and it's for creating Instagram ads, okay? But if I want to sell this dog collar right here, this LED dog collar to people, how do I find people on Facebook and Instagram interested in dogs? Well, it's pretty freaking simple. I come over here to Facebook, right here where it says what age, what location do you want to target people in? I usually will come in here and I will type in worldwide, because the great thing about drop shipping is I can target anybody in the world and these items will drop ship anywhere. Now, somebody said, Adrian, how long does it take to drop ship from China? It sometimes can take about 2 to 3 weeks for an item to get there. And I know some people say, well, Adrian, that's a really long time. And it is an extended period of time, but I have over 180,000 customers with just one of my stores that drop ships from China. People are okay waiting longer for a product if they're getting a good deal. And we always put on our sales pages, by the way, just to jump over here, we'll always list on our sales pages that you got to wait 3 to 4 weeks for delivery. So if you're upfront about it on your sales page, people will be okay with it because you've set it up front. But I also drop ship from the United States of America. A quick little trick while I'm thinking about it is, if you don't want to drop ship from China, but you still want like crazy good deals with AliExpress, you can come over here and there's this option that says ship from. Y'all see this? And I can say, I want to find vendors that are in the United States of America that will drop ship this item for me. And if I hit United States of America, right, then all of these drop shippers come up, and these actually are shipping from a warehouse in the US. So you're not having to ship it via China. How many of you in here think that's pretty cool? A lot of people think that AliExpress is just China drop shipping, but a lot of these factories, if you just come over here and hit this button, they actually have factories in the United States, which gets you way faster shipping, right? So that's one little trick. But back over here to the traffic is, how do I get traffic? Well, number one, I push things worldwide because you get mad cheap traffic, mad volume, and you make a lot more money. The second thing that we do is we come over here where it says detailed targeting, and we type in what we want to target. So I might come over here and type in dogs. All right, so now I can target 367 million people that are interested in dogs, all right? 367 million people in the world interested in dogs. Now, worldwide, 18 to 65 plus, they're telling us that we're actually going to hit 2.1 million. Actually, hold on, let me uncheck that. That's wrong. There we go. 500 million people is actually our potential reach, okay? So you can hit massive audiences. How many of you in here think that was pretty easy? Just say easy. And how many of you in here think that this has a good chance of working? Find a cheap viral dog product or whatever it may be. Come in here and type in dogs and hit all these passionate dog owners. Type in easy. All right, cool. John says damn straight. Janet says easy. Mandy says yes. Roger says great chance. All right, well, I got news for you. This ain't working. This is how you fail. This is why 99.9% of people that fail are failing. This is the wrong way to do it. It's not magic. It's not money cashing out like of your computer and flying out at you. This is not that easy. All right? How many of you are shocked? Just type in shocked. Because all of you just said that that was easy. I mean, looks easy, but that's why most people fail right there. Sorry, the screen I'm working on is over here. That's why I'm pointing over here. My camera's right here. Okay. So I did this because I don't want to bullshit you. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to show you how to make money, right? This is how you lose money. You want to know how you make money? You do this. You hit passionate audiences. This is too many people. Too many people. Here's what you do. You come here and you type in, I love dogs. All right. That brings up 4.7 million people. All right. Underneath it, I love my dog. This brings up 4 million people. Now you ask me, who's more likely to buy this dog collar? People that fall under the interest, I love my dog, or the 500 million people that somehow fall under the interest, dogs, right? This is called right here precise targeting. Just type in precise if you would agree that someone that says, I love my dog, has more potential to buy than somebody who Facebook just believes is interested in dogs. Okay, I see precise. Here's why. All right, if you're targeting 500 million people and you got a tiny little $5 a day budget, you're gonna blow it, right? Hitting a bunch of people that don't want to buy your product. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are wise and calculated with every dime that you invest in traffic. And this is how I find winners for $5, because I hit the right audiences, because I understand how to target. Because it's not just I love my dog. Check this out. It is also, I'm going to type in dog rescue. Dog rescuer. See if that brings anything up. Or let's just say rescue. Let's do pit bull. How about that? So that brings up, okay. So here is a rescue called Pit Bulls and Parolees. All right, so this brings up 1.9 million people. Now Facebook will start suggesting stuff to me. Rescue dog, all right, dog walking, puppy, PetSmart, dog food, dog toys. But another thing that I do is I hit these animal and dog rescue keywords, like the animal rescue group. And then we've got, let's see if I can get dog rescue to come up again. I know there's some dog rescue keywords. And I hit these animal shelters, like let's say animal shelter. All right. So there's 25 billion. So you start hitting little keywords like this. Somebody that is an animal rescuer, how many of you would agree that if you're passionate enough to be an animal or a dog rescuer or animal shelter, you're more likely to purchase a LED dog collar or a dog toy or a dog bed or a dog leash than Sally Jane down the street that just owns a dog and, you know, takes her out to the bathroom every morning and goes to work for 10 hours a day, comes back and sees her and goes to sleep. Just say yes if you agree with me on that. So what I teach my students how to do is go in and think like a marketer. Now it's not hard, right? You just have to have the right, person to show you how it's done the right way. So the big difference between my success and the rest of the people that have failed is that I come in here and I hit, I love my dog. My dog owns me. Animal shelter, dog shelter. I look for all sorts of these types of relevant keywords that people are super, super, super passionate about. Dog World newspaper, all right? Let's say dog magazine, all right? So look, Dogs Today magazine. If somebody likes dogs enough to subscribe to a dog magazine, that person is more likely to purchase, right? You would all agree? Another thing that I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll come over to behaviors and I'll scroll down and let's see if I can find it real fast. Purchase behavior. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to target people that are also engaged shoppers, right? So I'm going to say, I want to reach everybody that loves dogs, but they are also people on Facebook that Facebook believes are engaged shoppers. These are people that are spending money on Facebook. So now what we're doing is we took it from 500 million people, most of which would never buy your product, are not good quality customers, to 29 million people that love dogs because they're animal rescuers, they're subscribing to magazines, they've said, I love my dog, and they're also engaged shoppers. Boom. That's how you get to the money, right? And that's how you find a winning product on a small $5 per day budget. Because if with this type of targeting, selling a little cheap product like this right here, if you haven't made a sale in 3 to 4 days, you need to kill it because you've done something wrong. If you can't give away a product for free, if you're doing free plus shipping or sell it for 10 bucks, then you're doing something wrong, right? How many of you in here feel like you just got some value? Just type in value if you feel like that's pretty valuable information, right? So that's it. Like, that's how you target your audience. The next step is just coming down here, and you can tell Facebook to show your ad on Facebook, but you can also tell Facebook to show your ad on Instagram as well. So you can have this ad run on Instagram and on Facebook, and then you can also come down here, put in your little $5 per day budget. The next step after that is going to be to select your Instagram page, right? Select your Facebook fan page, your Instagram page, and to write an ad. So how do you write an ad? Well, it's pretty simple. I'll just come over here to this vendor. I'll grab their photo, right? So I'll just take this photo right here, and I will grab it like this, screenshot it, or I'll just come down here and I'll get one of these photos that's nice and big, right? And then I'll jump over here to Facebook and I'll say, I want to do an image for my ad. So let's come over here and hit upload image. I'm going to grab this screenshot. Let's see if I can find it on my computer real fast, if I can find it. Anyways, whatever. I have to sift through some files. I don't know where that's saved to, but you come over here, you grab that image, and you put it in your ad. So, oh, hold on, I got it. Wait, one second. I found it. So we'll just upload it. There we go. So we're going to start uploading it to our ad. Then we're going to come down here once it puts our image over there, and we're going to type something along the lines of OMG, these LED dog collars are saving dogs lives. Is it L-I-V-E-S or L-I-F-E-S? I didn't do good in school, especially with grammar. Saving dogs lives daily, or let's just say are saving dogs daily. Get yours for 50% off today only. Don't put your dog out at night, or I would say something like, don't risk taking your dog out at night without one of these safety. Y'all see how terrible I am at spelling? Put some little hearts, boom. All right, now we've written an ad. And what we're doing here, once again, is we know that people are passionate about their dogs, right? And we're saying that if you're taking your dog out at night, number one, they can get lost if they run off. Number two, a car can hit them because they can't see them. But if they're wearing this LED dog glow collar, now your dog is more safe, right? So now we're provoking with emotion, and this gets it to go viral. Then you just put your website address in, you put shop now on your button. People will see this on Instagram, they'll see it on Facebook, and you start building a massive audience. Now, the next step is, and I know I don't know how long your webinars usually are, Luke, but I just got a couple more things to say. The next thing is, once you get them to buy this little $10 item, and you can sell anything, it doesn't have to be dog stuff. This is just one niche that we're in, all right? But after that, you actually can get people to start coming in and buying shoes. You can get them to start buying dog t-shirts, dog boots. We've sold like bedspreads like this right here. We've sold all sorts of different products. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you some of the sales that I've generated selling higher ticket items, because you get people in with a little cheap, low ticket product, which, by the way, we've done over $700,000 in sales selling that product. But overall, right, we've been able to take all those customers and sell them other products that are higher ticket products, so for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm about to show y'all how that was done too. So I just want to come over here to my profit accelerator screenshot, and I'm going to show you how we're then taking those dog customers that are buying these cheap little products, and then we are getting them to come in and purchase these super expensive items that make tons and tons and tons and tons of profit for us every single day. How many of you in here would like to see that though? Just say me, just say yes. All right, phenomenal. All right, I found the screenshot. I'm going to show it to you right now. All right, so here we go. Here's a screenshot of the products that we've sold. All right, so you're able to take, using my strategy, you're able to take all of those customers and start selling them leggings and shoes and tote bags and t-shirts. And this is my Shopify store right here. We sold $793,000 worth of leggings. We sold $557,000 of shoes, $428,000 of tote bags, $195,000 of t-shirts. We sold $123,000 worth of blankets. I mean, it's just freaking stupid crazy. And we did it because we started at step one by selling those cheap products, right? How many of you in here think that that's pretty freaking awesome? Now, the next question is how many of you in here would like to know where I'm getting these leggings and shoes and tote bags and all that stuff from that I'm drop shipping? Just say me. Okay, Janet says where, Mark says me, Kim says me. I see a bunch of me's. All right, so one of the things I do is in Shopify, the great thing about Shopify is tons of fulfillment services for free plug in. And one of the vendors that I use is called Pillow Profits. And if Luke has me back on in the future to do another training, I can do some like demos of Pillow Profits. But what I love about Pillow Profits is I don't have to have a designer. I don't have to be creative or anything like that. This company connects to my Shopify store. One click, boom, they're on my Shopify store. They drop ship custom printed items for me. But they have this design catalog with 10,000 done for you products in it, right? And I can come over here and I can just simply type in dog, and it's gonna pull up all of these products, dog luggage. It pulls up handbags, purses, blankets. There's 28 pages of dog, seat covers, dog shoes. And if I want some of these on my website, like let's just say I wanted to sell some dog leggings, I could come over here and say, let's find women's yoga pants, because yoga pants sell like straight fire. I'm telling you, it's nuts. All right, so let's find some yoga pants. All right, so here's some yoga pants. And let's say that I want to start selling these leggings with dogs all over them on my website. All I have to do is simply press one button, and it's on my store and it's for sale. I just take this little slider right here, this little slider button, and I click it, and boom, now this is for sale on my store. And I can choose how much money I want to sell it for, and choose my own profit margins if I want to. And as soon as I get an order, this company will see the order, they will ship the product to the customer, and they charge my credit card for the price of the leggings. I sell the leggings for about $80, and I pay, I think, $23 for the leggings. But I don't pay for the item until I actually generate a customer. Want to sell some pillow covers? People freaking love buying pillow covers. All I have to do is come over here to wherever the pillows are and just click on pillows. Now look at all of these different pillow covers that are going to come up. And you can do this for any niche, and it'll immediately publish these custom printed items to your store. And it's not just animals or dogs. I mean, they've got anything and everything that you could possibly imagine in here. And it's an app that plugs right in to your Shopify store and fulfills anything. You also can take pictures of items that you customize and put them on quilts. You could put them on pillows. As a matter of fact, if Luke has me back on in the future, I will show you all. I don't have it right now, but maybe we'll do it later. I have a campaign for pillows, for these little pillows right here, that did $500,000 in sales. $500,000 in sales of pillows that you never see, that you never touch, that you never ship. How many of you in here would like to see the exact pillow set that sold $500,000 in sales in a niche that you never would imagine? I will show it, if I don't know when, but in the future I'll get it together and I'll show it to you. Just type in pillows if you'd like to see that, or 500K.
Yeah, pillows or 500K, either or.
Janet says, seriously? Yeah, so I mean, look, I give campaigns to my students all the time. As a matter of fact, one of my students, I gave this campaign out on one of my webinars for these pillows right here. I showed people an idea, and this student said, Adrian, thank you so much for the idea. We sold our first pillow set tonight on our brand new 3-week-old store. They sold 4 pillows, made $47, and it only cost them $20, like the cost of the pillows shipped anywhere in the world. Automated, drop shipped is $20. They made a $27 profit on one order on a campaign that I legit just gave away. And you can see there's 74 comments on there because a lot of my other students made money with it as well. So these are some of the things that I do. And really what I would like to do is be able to show y'all the step-by-step formula like I show my students on how you find viral products, how you build Facebook ads and scale them to 7 figures or 6 figures. And then something I haven't even shown you tonight, which is email marketing. And email marketing is great because as you sell all of these pillows, you build your Instagram page, you build your Facebook page, and you make money. You also build a massive email list. Shopify takes every customer and puts them on an email list for you automatically. Now you can start just simply sending emails to your customers and making free money because you don't have to buy the traffic. So we're up to the point where we've sent out emails that have made us like $5,000 to $20,000 a week, just sending simple emails, selling people more products, be it these fun little print on demand products that you can sell, or these various AliExpress items. We drop ship from China, we drop ship from the United States of America. You know, you have all the freedom to do everything you want. And this is why we're starting to build big pages, like the rings page, and then our bracelets page, which has 31,000 followers now, our earrings page, which we've got up to 18,000 followers. Because another thing that you can do, oh my gosh, I think I'm giving you too much right now, but screw it. Another app that's out there is called Shine On. They're a free app that you can install on Shopify, and you can immediately start selling necklaces, and it's all drop shipped from the United States to anywhere in the world. You could do custom necklaces, custom bracelets, you know, all sorts of stuff. And so this is the stuff that I've been teaching, you know, our students how to do. And this is why our students have had so much success, because they're doing exactly what I'm doing, which is very, very simple, but they're doing it the right way. They're not going into Facebook and making these mistakes that most people make. They're avoiding the mistakes. They're doing it the right way. And I'm able to mentor them and train them every single week on webinars on how to do it the right way. And that's why Shopify ended up verifying my course, and I got so much attention from them. The very last thing I'm going to show you is how Facebook works. I told you earlier that Facebook will actually get smarter and more intelligent and find buyers for you with zero effort once you set the ad live. Now, how many of you in here, just in all honesty, be honest with me, okay? How many of you in here think that that is complete bullshit, that Facebook is not going to start finding buyers for you on an ad that you don't do anything to? I get it. Like, there's a lot of BS out there. A lot of people are skeptical. Just type in BS if you think that that's just not true and not likely. I'm just curious. Daniel says BS. Ron says I believe it. Chrissy says LOL BS. Donald says Facebook will not. And Wingo says BS. It's good to know how many people think everything is smoke being blown up their butts versus not. So a lot of you are saying that's BS. Well, I don't BS. I don't tell you theory or anything like that. I actually do this stuff. So I want to show you a quick case study before I end tonight's training. All right, so what I did is I started a brand new campaign. Now, I wanted to show my students how Facebook worked. So I spent a lot of money really fast over the course of 5 days to show people how Facebook works, that it really does find buyers for you. So the first day that I submitted a little campaign, these are Facebook ads, okay? The very first day, I submitted a bunch of ads for a dog product like I showed y'all, and you can see right here, I spent $479 and I made 74 bucks. That sucks. I lost a lot of money. All right, so just type in lost if you can see that I lost a lot of money on day one. All right, so I lost a lot of money on day one. I submitted a bunch of ads. You'll notice that I started turning different ads off, right, on these little $5 budgets that weren't working because I killed them really fast. All right, well, the next day, all right, check what in one day, because see, Facebook needs data, even if it's on a small $5 a day budget. The longer you let your Facebook ad run, the more intelligent it's going to become. So the very next day, on the 29th, all right, I spent 500 bucks, but look what happened. In one day, I let it run one extra day, and the next day I almost broke even. So in one day, Facebook started learning how to find my buyers. How many of you in here think that's pretty cool? Just type in cool. But it gets better than that, right? Because see, most people would kill their ads right now. They'd say, crap, you know what? It's not working. It's been 2 days. I'm breaking even. I lost some money, and I don't know what to do. I was like, well, I'm going to let Facebook put in that work, right? I'm going to let Facebook do Facebook. So the third day, all right, we broke even again. 700 makes 700. Remember, you're not ever going to spend this much money out of the gate. I just wanted to spend a bunch of money really fast, and I'm willing to lose money for my students to show them how things work and what not to do. So the third day, yeah, we broke even, all right? So then we got into April 1st, and now we're into a profit. 4 days later, Facebook is learning, it's finding me profitable campaigns. Now, I want you to see what's happening though. This ad right here, I spent $33 to make $139. This ad right here, I spent $19 to make 76. This ad, I spent $18 to make 64. This ad, $23 to make 70, 36 to make 70, 82 to make 140, 400 to make 700. How many of you on here would agree that if I just turn off some of those loser ads, right? These other ads are learning at a rapid rate, and I'm making 200, 300 to 400% profit on these ads, right? Just simply by letting Facebook do its work, right? All right, well then we got the 5th day of the case study. The 5th day, so I gave Facebook, remember I said give Facebook 4 to 5 days, 4 to 5 days or so to learn on a $5 a day budget who your buyers are. On the 5th day here, I had killed the losers, right? So I killed those losing ads that I showed you on those other budgets, and we did $1,100 in ad spend, but I made 2,100 bucks. So we're at now 100% profit on these ads, and you can see that this ad right here, I only spent $72 to make 260. This one I spent $65. That's what I'm saying. These are, each line is an ad. I spent $65 to make 220. I spent $72 to make 260, right? I spent $76 to make 190. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money. What you have to understand is Facebook is intelligent. And if you don't kill the ad the very first day that it doesn't work, right? And you're testing properly, like you have 2 or 3 or 4 different ads running, you kill the losers, the obvious losers, but you'll notice that in 3 to 4 days or so, Facebook will start turning some of your ads profitable without you ever even touching them. You see right here where it says learning? Does everybody see that? These Facebook ads, Facebook will tell you, yo, we're learning right now. We're trying to learn who your buyers are, right? So it'll tell you that your ad is still learning. And you can see that as it's learning, it's making me mad profits, right? This is what I teach my students how to do. So how many of you in here now would agree that what I'm saying about Facebook learning who your buyers are, finding buyers for you, is not BS? I want you to type in not BS, right? There are ways to lose money, but there are ways to make money. And I go through all the BS and I go through all the crap and I lose money learning and making mistakes. And then I teach my students how to do it the right way. How many of you in here would like to get more training from me in the future and convince Luke to bring me back on to show you more stuff for a more in-depth presentation and to show you a $500,000 product where I don't hide anything? You can see the exact product that was being sold that did 500 G's on only about $100,000 ad spend. So there's insane profits in it. Just type in Adrian in the chat box if you'd like to have me come back and put Luke
yes,
on the line.
come back. Yeah, bring him back. Yes, I want him back. Everyone wants Mr. Adrian back. See, this is what I'll put my mic on for a second here quickly, guys. This is what I was saying about how important it is to learn from the best. I'm sure you guys would have learned more on this e-commerce webinar than any other e-commerce webinar you've seen in a long time. I'm almost positive on that. And that's because Adrian just knows what works. He says he's not afraid to spend money on things to show you what doesn't work. Just like I always say that I'm happy to make the mistakes so you don't have to make the mistakes. And that's why it's so much easier to get success when you just know the right way to do things. So what we're going to do is next week at 8 p.m. on Thursday next week, 8 p.m., we're going to go out and we are going to bring in Adrian again for another episode here today. So it's going to continue on today's webinar. I'm going to send out today's webinar replay, and it is a no-brainer to be a part of that. I'm going to put the link for that webinar right now in the description box over here. I'm going to send it. I'm going to put it down there again. I'm going to send it to everyone in the chat. Are you using the screen at all right now, or are you finished on the screen for now, Adrian?
Oh yeah, you can have the screen back.
Cool. Let me just go ahead because I want to show you something here. I want to show you just how this system here will also tie into your Engagermate purchase. I'm going to put myself as the presenter. Let me go ahead and show this here. All right. So while I'll wrap this up really quickly for you guys here as well, because we have gone for about an hour and a half now. Your brain's probably excited, overwhelmed, all these ideas popping. But let me just tie this together with one final tie-in to how this will work perfectly with Engagermate. And I'll talk more about Engagermate next week. Might even do a little video course to give to you guys as well if you're on next week's webinar live. So what I'm going to show you here is, for example, for the pillows, for example, right, or the dog collars that Adrian was sharing. We're talking about Facebook ads, right? Tie this in with your Engagermate. So, for example, I've got a car page here right now. Let's just use the dog example since you've seen the dog collar example. So I'm going to get that free plus shipping product out there. We're doing Facebook ads. It's working really well, but we want to tie it in as well with engagements. Well, obviously, you can go up to hashtags here and do this manually as well if you don't have Engagermate. But if I type in dogs of Instagram, for example, 147 million photos people have posted up for dogs of Instagram. Dogs of Insta, 16 million photos, right? So I could go into here, right? And I could start engaging with all these cute as hell dogs, and more importantly, their actual owners, because the owners are the ones that are going to want to actually buy that dog collar. And if you're giving it to them for free, like think about this, would you rather be told you're going to buy a product for $5 with $5 shipping? Would you rather be told you're going to buy a product for $10 with free shipping? Or would you rather being told you're getting a product for free with $10 and just pay for your $10 shipping, right? That free option just sells like crazy because they're just paying for shipping. They're getting something for free. They're not being sold to in one sense because you're doing something almost kind for them. So, right, instead of me going out to all these people liking their photo like this saying, great dog, right, which is going to look weird coming from a car page or whatever, and engaging with them, what I can do is I can go into my Engagermate here. This is my personal one. I'm going to use my personal one to show you an example here. So I typed in the hashtag dogs of Insta, right? Now, my Instagram account, so say I make an account here, this is about cars, let's say this was about dogs. I started a dog fan page, I'm posting all about viral dogs. I go in here and I type in follow based on this actual hashtag dogs of Insta. Now my dog page is going to go out and follow users under that hashtag there. It's going to like content based on that hashtag. Now these are some of the new features here that are just so powerful with Engagemate. Follow recent followers from a specific page. So say I wanted to go here and type in like @dogs, and that's dogs. Let's go dog lovers official, right? That's how many these guys have. Not many dogs of Insta. And I can see dogs of Instagram. It's even a verified page, right? 4.5 million followers here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this guy into here. I'm going to search for them. And there's the page right here, the verified account. And I can click on all of these if I wanted to, all these dog pages. But what this is going to allow me to do is not just follow the recent follow the followers of this user. So instead of me going out and following 4.5 million, it's going to follow the recent followers. So the recent followers are going to be the most engaged followers of this page. So we can actually differentiate who's just a follower of the page and who's actually a recent follower. And if I copy that down here, I can also engage with the people who have liked the content from that page, right? So that the people that have liked this photo, they're the most engaged users. So 26,000 people have liked that content. So instead of engaging with the 4.5 million, I'm going to engage with the most engaged users of this page. Now you can think about this if you take it down to even a dog breed. You make a dog breed pillow, you make a dog breed specific, I don't know, like a collared necklace or something that you can find on one of these drop shipping sites, and then you make a page related to that specific dog breed. You then go ahead and add them in, add that actual dog breed hashtag, that dog breed page, competitor page, and you're going to go out and engage with the most engaged users, right? Now, following down here as well, we've got this new feature here, like based on the news feed. So I always say it's always good to engage with new people, but you want to continuously engage with your followers that you have. People always go out on Facebook and Instagram to try to get new fans all the time, but once they've got that fan, they forget to continuously engage with them, and they're your most warm leads, right? They're your most engaged users. So you want to have this switched on here, so your actual dog account or whatever account it is you're doing is going to continuously engage with your followers through the posts that they post there, right? I'm not going to go into all the different areas here in this example, but what I wanted to show you then is with our direct message feature. So you've gone out and engaged with 1,000 pieces of content on autopilot with Engagermate. 200 people have come back and engaged with you back. You can then set an auto DM here that will say something like, hey, username, which will then pull their username in. We saw you love dogs. We'd love to give you a free dog collar. If you are interested, let us know. Whatever it might be, right? So then the second they follow you back because you've engaged with them on that piece of content that's related to them, they're going to follow you, and then your page is going to instantly send them a message saying that. You can add in a call to action, you add a website link there if you wanted to, but I like to use Instagram to indirectly sell. build the relationship there. And then once you've then, but this is essentially funneling them to your offer, because you say it's free as well, doesn't come across as spammy. If I said, would you like a dog collar that's $5 plus $5 shipping, they're going to be like, no. If I said, do you want a free dog collar and you pay shipping? Yep, that's fine. They'll do that, right? And then once you've done that, once you've let this run for a bit, go into the optimizer here. And for this, we'll primarily be using competitor accounts or hashtags. So say, for example, that hashtag dogs of Insta, let it run for a week. This is exactly the same as what Adrian's teaching with Facebook ads, to see which ads work and then turning off the ads that don't work. So say I put in 10 different hashtags, for example, and I want to see, you only have a certain amount of likes and follows you can do a day on Instagram. So you want to ensure they're most optimized to the right hashtags, the right areas. I always use the example, if I like 1,000 photos under the hashtag Ferrari, 1,000 photos under the hashtag Lamborghini, and I'm selling a supercar t-shirt, say 200 people come back and like my content back from Ferrari, and 600 people come back and like my content through Lamborghini. Well, it would have been better to put those 1,000 likes from Ferrari onto Lamborghini, most likely, and because I'm getting a better return on investment from users that have posted content under that hashtag. That shirt's more appealing to them, whatever it might be. Previously, users were just going out and engaging and hoping they get a return on investment. With this, you can select a date range. Let me just select, all right, let's go from there to here. Close that. Now filter that. It'll take you a few seconds to load, but again, I feel a lot of you haven't used this optimizer because we've been a few weeks into Engagermate now, and this was one of the upsells you got for free for picking that up during launch week. This is such a game changer for you guys. So again, imagine this, you put in your 10 different dog hashtags, you're going out and engaging with content, you've let it run for a couple of days, and you want to see what's giving you the best return on investment here. So this is going to take a few seconds to load, but once it does, it's going to actually pull how many likes you've done on a specific hashtag and how many people have come back and liked you back, how many follows you've done on a specific profile from their competitors' followers or in actual areas. Now remember, I always talk about how, let me go ahead and pull this up here for you guys. I always talk about how with places as well, I'm trying to think of an example, but this is perfect. Think about this for e-commerce as well. Say you've made a, I don't know, maybe it's a football team product and you want to give away a free lanyard or for whatever it might be, or a free t-shirt, a free branded pillow of that local sports team. You can actually tag people that live in specific geographical locations. So say people that live in Beverly Hills and you have an e-commerce product that you want to target towards people in Beverly Hills. Just type that actual location in here. Or you could even put in a sports center. So I'm not sure whether, like, for example, where the LA Lakers are, you could put in the LA Lakers, whatever their, wherever they play, wherever their home stadium is that they play. You can put that stadium in, and anyone that's been to that stadium, you can target that to as well. But let me go ahead. Here we go. This is what I want to show you here. So now Dogs of Insta's in here. I've liked no photos yet. I haven't engaged with anyone, and I have no return on investment just yet because I haven't started. But you can see here, Broadbeach hashtag. I've liked 733 photos under that hashtag. This is the area I live in. And 54 people have come back and engaged with me back. So that's working well, right? However, football, I've liked 184 photos. 4 people have come back and liked my content from that hashtag. Not that good of a return on investment. Food, 0 return. So I'm going to get rid of that. So that means those 244 likes can now be used on these other hashtags that are giving me a better return on investment. And you set this up, you let it run, and then you shut down your computer, and it's going to run for you. Use this with Adrian's training that we taught today, and it's going to be a no-brainer. But make sure to go out and watch this webinar. Adrian is coming back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe, and we're going to continue that on from there. So if you can give me a giant thank you, Adrian, in the comments, because I know he doesn't do this. He's a multi-millionaire, and he doesn't come out unless it's his paid training, his own customers and clients. He doesn't do free trainings like this, but he's decided to do this for us, right? Someone says here, put one of his dog collars on and drag him back. What do you think about that, Adrian? I think that's a very good idea as well. I'm not sure if Adrian is still here right now. But
no, I'm sorry, I was muted. I was saying that could be interesting.
Yeah, that could be interesting. But what we were, so Adrian, again, you have just blown us all out of the water. I learn something new from you every time I come on here. So what I want to do is I'm going to put the link again. I'm going to send it to you. Make sure, so this is what you need to do. I'm just going to show you one last time because the GoToWebinar has now changed, and I hate when these services that are fine the way they are change. Come here onto the page I'll send in the chat box. Click on the drop-down menu and click May 30th. Sign up to the May 30th webinar, which is next Thursday at 8 p.m. And you may as well then after that go sign up for the following week as well. Depending on how things go, we might get Adrian back for a third week in a row. But next week, potentially will be the last time Adrian's on here. It's even going to be probably for the year. He might come back at the end of the year. I get him on usually once a year because we focus on e-commerce for once a year. And then we move on. We want to give you the hard and fast information. We want to get you using it. And if you miss out, then you miss out. But I use this as not as essentially a scarcity, but I want to tell you guys, give you guys the 3 key areas, which is social media marketing through a local agency, creating your own agency, which we focused on Tuesday the past 2 weeks, e-commerce today and e-commerce next week, and maybe the week after, we'll see. And then we're moving into affiliate marketing, and then that's going to be our essential basic free training done for you guys there. But make sure to be on next week's webinar. We're going to continue with this. Adrian's going to show his 500K case study there as well. And then I'm going to give you guys an option as well. If you want to continue working with Adrian on the e-commerce side of things, you'll be able to do that next week as well. But again, Adrian, a huge thank you. I know everyone appreciated it, and we'll see you all in next week's webinar. Adrian, if there's anything you want to say finally, go ahead. But if not, we'll see you next week on Thursday.
Yeah, just thanks for having me on. I hope you all learned a lot. I just see tons of positive feedback in the chat box. You have such an engaging student base. And I think what you've done with, your software and everything with Instagram is just like gangbusters. I was just sitting there watching you doing it like, okay, we gotta talk after this because I don't have some of that stuff yet. So I need to get it. And next week, I'll show everybody the $500,000 campaign. I've only revealed it once ever, and that was to, twice. That was to my students and another really good friend's students just the other week. So I'll do that for y'all as well. Hope y'all learned a lot, and thanks for having me, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Adrian, and we'll see. And thank you everyone for attending today as well. I know it's pretty last minute, and we had 2 webinars this week, but it's going to be back to normal time, 8 p.m. next week. On Thursday Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you there. Adrian's going to be there. We're going to give away a bunch of cash as well next week. I'll probably give away $400 cash live, cash and prizes. So make sure to attend. There's going to be bonuses. It's going to be a good old time. And until then, have a great weekend. And I'll send the replay out later on today. So I'm sure you're going to want to watch this one again, guys. All right. Thank you, Adrian. I'll see you guys very shortly.
Hey, the giveaway, somebody asked about it. I think you were giving away $50 or something.
Yes, I will give that away. Let me do that right now. Let me go ahead.
I saw it in the chat box, so I was like,
yeah. How about you? How about you choose what you think your best answer was? And
I could do that.
Choose who you look. I can find where the section was because that way I'm not being biased. It's completely random of what you use genuinely.
I'm being biased. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, well, we got, Luke Perry, Ryan Reynolds, Fred Bear, Kylie Jenner, Justin Hartley, Johnny Knoxville. Let's see what else we got over here. Sander Van Dorn, I don't know who that is. Keanu Reeves. I'll take Keanu.
That's a good one.
I mean, I can't wait for
Sander Van Dorn.
Yeah, let's see. All right, so I'm just going to kind of scroll up and down and randomly choose one.
Just randomly choose. That sounds good. That's what I always do as well, just easier that way.
All right, so I just landed on, out of the people that put names in, I landed on Maya K. She says Ryan Reynolds, which I definitely don't mind because he's a stud. So I'll take that for sure. Maya K. She doesn't have a last name put in here.
That's right. I'm going to send you my email, Maya, and you're just going to message me right now saying, hey, I am the prize winner. Send me your PayPal email, and I will get that paid literally right away the second you get that through. So there is my email there. Subtitle it competition winner, and we're going to go ahead from there. So Maya, well done. And awesome. Oh, you're still in the webinar as well. Perfect. Awesome. I'll get that to you right away. Adrian, thank you once again, and I'll see you all on next Thursday's webinar. Replay's coming today. Adrian's going to be back. Tell your friends, tell your dog, definitely tell your dog, because they're going to want to get some free dog collars on here as well. And be here next week, 8 p.m. Thursday, Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys. I'll see you very, very shortly. Bye.